Okay, good morning, everybody. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how I have been starting my days the last few months, and it's an unpleasant way to start the day, and that's kind of the point. I'll be writing a little bit more about that in the article linked below in this video. I've got the bathroom set up, so I have a little bit of privacy in the shower. And I'm going to give myself a little bit of cold therapy this morning, mixed with some power breathing, also known as Wim Hof breathing, which I got from Wim Hoff the Iceman, as well as combining that with some cold therapy showers, the idea of which I got from Aubrey and Onnit at Onnit, excuse me. So, if you're interested in doing this kind of thing, I'll be writing up a little bit more about it. In the meantime, enjoy watching my significant amount of uncomfortableness. And good morning. All right, so I'll come into the shower and mentally kind of prepare myself for what's about to go down here. And a lot of that is just kind of being like, am I really going to do this? And it gets easier, but it's never really the easiest thing in the world, as I've come to discover. So what I'll do here is I'll step forward so I'm directly underneath this because it helps me to get my head completely wet with the cold water to start with. And then I will be doing about 40 to 50 deep breaths of power breathing while I get myself a little bit more ready to go. And then when I turn the cold water full blast, I will be doing that on a forceful exhale. I've learned that helps me endure the first few seconds if it's a strong exhale. So with that said, let's kind of get right into this. Oh, one last little thing. I've pulled a little bit from some martial arts and my old days of Taekwondo. And right before I turn the water all the way on, I'll get myself into kind of a modified horse stance. So it's legs a little wider than shoulder width. Again, limited by the bathroom. It's not a full squat horse stance, but I'm kind of bringing my arms down to hips, and I'm bending my knees slightly here, weight into the back of the heels. And this is just, for me, it's been one of the last things that I do getting into. It's by no means necessary. It's just, it helps me kind of get my body prepped so the mind will follow. So, again, not something that you have to do, but a useful trick. So, all right. Okay. Here we go. Okay, calm. Yeah, the extremities are kind of the worst part. A little bit of self kind of massage in the morning, but it's also distracting me from the cold, the cold, the cold, the cold. Oh, okay. Right about this time, the kind of initial tension in all the body is starting to lift, and I'm focusing on calming my body first. The mind's going to follow. All little parts of the body that are still very, haven't hit the water as much yet. That'll get me. Alright. Ow, that's cool. And now the part that I've been adding more to, I'll get to that. I've been adding this more to my morning cold showers by trying to stand under the water and just calm and deepen my breathing as much as possible. So this is the last bit of the cold shower, but the idea for me is to kind of stand under here until I've reached a time a little past what I feel I should be able to endure this morning. Sometimes I'm a little longer, sometimes a little shorter, but this is just about trying to stay calm. Trying to stay calm when the body and the mind are experiencing an outwardly unpleasant sensation. Certainly something that is not by nature comfortable. This is the part that always feels a little interesting, in that so that really uncomfortable, cold stinging sensation is left, and now my body's kind of like, what the heck? And so there's a lot of tension. There is a lot of just kind of like prickly feeling that kind of goes up and down my whole body, and it's invigorating, as jumping into cold water tends to be. This is the part that I try to remind myself I feel really good at, because sleep has kind of been blasted away. The last little bit of fogginess in my head is gone, and I feel that I can focus more intently on what I want to do coming up. Whew. Still get these little cold after effects. All right, yeah, okay. Whew. Whew. Okay. So, grab the glasses. Oh, okay. So that is a mix of power breathing, a mix of some martial arts, stability in horse stance, and the cold shower mixed with some. Whew, that feels just like everything's a little tense. Mixed with a little bit of self massage. It's waking the body up. It's also distracting me from the very cold sense that I'm experiencing. And yeah, it's a heck of a way to get up in the morning. I do recommend it. It has definitely just helped me experience some unpleasantness to start my day. And by doing so, I get to start my day with a win, which is useful for myself and battling my mental illnesses. So I'll be writing more about this and linking to all the different things where I've learned how to add this to my morning routine in an article that I'll link below. And if you have any comments, questions about anything, or want me to try some other morning routine or any type of thing to help my general well-being, feel free to write me. And otherwise, have a great rest of y'all's day. Take care.